Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Small Business Interview. Today, I have with me Carolyn Herbert. She's the owner and founder of Herbert's. They're known for their non-alcoholic jellies. So you might know them as Herbert's wine jellies, but they have other specialty gourmet foods. And it is very exciting to have you here today, Carolyn.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here. This is fun.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what is Herbert's. What's the story behind it?
Okay, well, several years back, my mother moved up with us. I had to take her out of where she was living because there were one too many potatoes in the dishwasher. So I found that, she really needed to move in with us. So we moved up to the Charlottesville area, and we are within an hour of 73 vineyards. So my mother, loving wine, she doesn't drink a lot of it, but she was drinking it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I tried to do something a little bit different for her for for breakfast and such. So I started making wine jelly for her. As many other families in the country and across the world, mental health has not escaped our family. So there is a family, history of some depression and some PTSD involved in our family. And we found that there was a need for several of our family and friends to have a way to have some income, not necessarily a lot of income, but some income for those folks. With that said, we found out that we could not sell our jelly because it had alcohol in it. So we had to come up with, it took us about 6 months to come up with a proprietary method to remove the alcohol and still keep the flavor. People think it cooks out. It does not. Only 10% of it will cook out in total. And after that, it tastes like sludge. So it's not something that I would want to cook with afterwards. So we came up with a method. And we have a close friend who also had some mental health issues and ended up being incarcerated when he was off of his meds. There was an altercation and no physical contact, but there was enough that he was arrested and was serving some time. So we started working with his family and our family and all of the different things that go along with mental health. And I think in this country, we've done a good job of understanding that there is a mental health issue, but we are not good at what do we do with it? How do we support it? How do we take care of those folks that are struggling on a day-to-day basis? Through him, I realized that over 90% of those incarcerated had mental health issues. So we started to look at, well, wait a minute, what happens when you come out? What happens when you come home? So if it's very, very difficult to come home and have to announce that you're a felon every time you go for a job. So it's hard enough to do that. So with all of that said, we had to have it non-alcoholic. So we worked we worked with the ABC, and we are now the only ones in Virginia that have been through the ABC to get the full authorization to sell it. So we started going to wineries and different shows and and it just kind of grew into, it was supposed to be just a craft thing, and it started growing into a business. We got involved with the state police because we felt as though we could really gain some knowledge about how they deal with mental health, et cetera. I was kind of on a mission. I had retired, so I was a little bit on a mission of my own. I had been a special education administrator for 40 some years. So I had that background. I had always worked with kids that had mental health issues. And so it just kind of all fit in. What happens when they're adults? How does that happen? So we started pulling our own family members in, not that they all had the issues, but it was always a good way to make sure that they had a job, et cetera. So we started at vineyards, we started at craft shows. We were recognized by Virginia's Finest because we use local products, and the higher quality of ingredients and methods that we use gave us that recognition. So we started getting into some stores, some grocery stores and such, just around in Virginia, in the little local sections. And the more we learned and the more the police worked with us, the more we grew. We now have, we have 5 released guys. And since we were working with the state police, we were working at those that were going to be released. So we worked with several of the prisons because of just looking for potential guys, people that were really good guys in the wrong place at the wrong time and would need something to do when they came home. So that was kind of in the nutshell, is how the business kind of started. We started out with just the wine jelly, and I couldn't really take it to craft shows because it still was alcoholic, and little kids couldn't come up and say, "Hey, can I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?" So, okay, we got to fix that. So, we just had an opportunity to expand. One young man who was on the inside, through our other friend, contacted me and said, "Well, I want to be a part of the company." And I said, "So what do you want to do?" "I don't know. I've never run a business before. I'm here for the mental health side of things." And then it just kept evolving. So I asked what he wanted to do. And his goal was to make peanut butter, different peanut butter. He loved the idea of different things in the same jar. So he created the recipe. We had another guy who had served some time, was a chef. And so he worked with our chef from the inside. We sent him all the information that he had to do to create the nutrition panels, to figure out the ingredients, figure out all of the things that he wanted, and to get it approved. He did it all from the inside. Of course, he couldn't use a computer or anything, so it was a little more difficult for him. But we don't get something for nothing in this country. You have to put in to get out. So we have allowed the guys to really kind of come up with their own ideas. So we have the jelly, we have peanut butter, we have herb dip, and we have hot cocoa. And we have several others that will be coming out in the near future, but those are all different people, and they were all created on the inside with the exception of the jelly.
Wow, that's amazing that you were able to bring these people together and provide that opportunity.
It also gave me a fan club base.
Yeah.
Before I'd go to a show, the guys would call and say, "Good luck, good luck." So it gave them hope. It gave them a mission to support something on the outside, that they knew that, there was somebody out here doing it.
For sure. Yeah. So they're not just like stuck in a little bubble, and there's something else going on. That's really cool.
They came up with the names of things. They came up with the flavors. All of that was done from the inside. We just supported them while they were on their roll. And it's a positive thing for them to be doing.
And it sounds like it's still ongoing, right? You said you guys are still, butting heads, making recipes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we have, the fun part is, not only did I communicate with all of them there, we now have 5 released felons that work for us. And it's super exciting because they are really achieving and really doing well. Before they came home, you're not allowed to work from the inside at an outside job. And that makes sense. You can't do that. So when their items sold, I put the money in an envelope, and they got it when they came home. So it was like a gift from the business for them. So they also had, $500-600 to start off with, which was another, kind of a perk of that. It went to them as a form of a gift because I could not have them earning any money.
Yeah.
So the company donated it to them as they came home.
Wow.
So that was kind of a fun, that was a little bit different kind of thing as well. So now they get a percentage of their sales of their products, as well as, the salary or commission, or however we've set it up for their flexibility and their unique needs.
That's so cool. Like, it definitely is hard, like you said, when you just come out and you're trying to get back on normal life. Like, how do you even do that? Like, it must be so difficult. Like, and I feel like there should be more places like this where, like, to help these guys, because you're kind of lost when you come out, like. But I mean, it must be so rewarding also to be able to, have these 5 guys, and they know exactly what they're doing, and it just it's
And
such a nice feeling.
everybody is obviously cross-trained, because if I'm not up to doing something one day because of depression or bipolar or whatever, somebody else just takes over, or we give them an assignment that's due 2 weeks from now. You know, I mean, hey, you watch the inventory and you make sure Pat knows, or this person knows, or, you know, knows what we're running low on. You know, it works well. Some of the guys are more likely to go to the shows and talk to people than others, you know, and some of that's their experiences and some of it is just who they are. It's
Yeah, it
okay.
sounds like a really well-rounded team.
Mhm.
You know, like these guys you said aren't bad. Like they just were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And now you have a really great team and a really great
And,
business.
you know, one of the things that we laugh about, an article was written about us, and it was entitled "Out of a Jam and Into Jelly." So we truly, you know, we are not embarrassed about the fact that we have been there, and we are now doing something very productive and helpful to, you know, the community, the society, and not only that, but our products are yummy, and
Yeah. Yeah,
they
let
are,
me share my screen to your website so people can see all the different stuff you guys have. There's more
okay.
than food too, just so you guys know. It's really cool. Let me find that. Okay. So here is Herbert's.
There I am. There
Yeah,
we are.
premium products with a mission.
Yes, and that is really our tagline, the premium products with a mission. And, you know, our products are, we make sure that they are of the highest high standards, the quality, the, you know, for example, our hot chocolate doesn't settle at the bottom of a cup. When you stir it, you know, and you let it sit a few minutes, it doesn't settle. It stays nice and thick and creamy the whole time. Um, you know, the peanut butter spreads have a whole lot of flavor in them. You can also see that we have, you know, with our jellies and all, we have 21 flavors of jelly.
Wow.
So there's it's kind of difficult not to find something that you like. All of our jellies have the very basic fruit flavors at the top, and then at the back end of the flavor, you taste the wine. So it's more like swallowing the wine.
Oh, that's really
And
interesting.
well, part of our process is that, you know, to get it down far enough, we use the tannins and the notes that are in the wine originally to determine what flavor would go with that particular wine. So, you know, it complements that particular wine, and then you taste it on that back end. We've also created recipes, and we will have a cookbook coming out in August.
Oh, cool.
It'll be downloadable from our website, and it's 32 pages of wonderful recipes using our products in so many different ways. For example, you know, if you're just tired of making baked chicken the same way, if you put a tablespoon of orange pineapple Chardonnay on it, now you've got a glazed chicken with that almost a sweet sour taste to it.
That sounds really fancy.
You know,
Wouldn't
or
have thought of putting that on chicken.
yeah, I mean, or if you're on the grill, you know, there's all kinds of things. We have our specialty dips and seasoning mixes. Our packages come with 3 servings. So instead of buying a package at the store and it has one and you make it and it's done, we use the seasonings. And the person that came up with this product said, I don't want to use the whole thing at one time. I just want to sprinkle some on some of my meat or some of my vegetables or whatever and reseal it. So you can make 3 full cups of dip, or you can sprinkle it here and there and, you know, use it as you'd like. Our dips, with the exception of the bacon, are all vegetarian and actually vegan as well. My son, I have a son who's a scientist who helped us with the whole alcohol reduction piece, and he is vegan, and he can have all of them except the bacon, and loves them, and it gives a lot of change to his meals. I have a grandson that will eat any vegetable that I give him if I put one of his favorite jellies on it. I have, you know, we use them to promote healthier eating as well as just kicking up a meal one day.
Cool.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to the recipe book. I know because I was looking at your recipes the other day, and kind of like there's a lot you can do with it. So it'd be cool to have it all in a book. And here's some just like general suggestions, a little sneak peek, right?
And every box that we actually sell comes with a suggestion card in it.
Oh, cool.
So you already have those. The donuts here, whenever I'm doing like a presentation somewhere, I'll just stop and pick up donut holes somewhere. And then I put my different flavored jellies in a squirt bottle. And then anybody can make their own jelly, kind of thing. I've done that on Thanksgiving mornings and things like that too, when people are just wandering by and you need to grab something and all. It's kind of fun just to be able to make your own jelly donut.
It is cute because these are the small ones, right? The little donut.
Yeah, the little minis, the donut holes.
Cute. They're not like because you always get the filled jelly ones and they're huge. But you just want to bite. That's a really creative treat to bring to a party.
And when you bite into it and it tastes like a margarita, I mean, what can be more fun?
That sounds really good. I wish I can try that.
Or the blueberry lemonade, or something that you don't even typically have as a filled donut anywhere.
Yeah, it's definitely it definitely does like bring it up to another level. It feels more luxurious. Exactly.
And when you get to pick the flavor, I mean, we've got mango moscato, but we also have mango habanero. So if you're looking to put it on cream cheese, like people do the hot pepper, any of the flavors are great, but a lot of people use the mango habanero.
So if I was going to find the mango habanero, right? If I go to Jellies, it's down here. And can we place an order online for these?
Absolutely. And when you do place an order online, I always accidentally drop something extra in the box. It may be an extra thing of hot chocolate or a little extra sample of dip or something. Depending on what you get something different. So that's just like my way of appreciating people coming to our website and purchasing and all. So I just say I accidentally,
put
it in there.
What a treat.
One of the things that happens a lot too is when you're getting close to Christmas, and even if you're doing your own little gift baskets or you're going to a party and everybody takes a bottle of wine, it's kind of fun to take a wine jelly.
Instead, right? Just to change it up. It's a little surprise.
And that's kind of fun. And we do sell it by the box. We sell it, typically our boxes have 3 in it. So if you don't see exactly what you're looking for in the array, just send me a message, because we are just a small family and we're packing these ourselves. So, we can do, if you want 3 apple merlot, then that's what you get.
Yeah, I kind of want to try them all.
And we do a case price that is just barely over wholesale price on the website, because I really feel like people need something that's a little different for holiday gift giving. So it's just kind of fun to have something along that line. Yeah,
I think it's a good deal. Do you ship nationwide?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So that makes it easy to just send it to friends and family everywhere.
Exactly. And what we do, right. What I do is it's shipping is $10 unless you spend $39. You spend $39 and all the shipping is free.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah. So, it's just because to ship, one place was talking to me about selling them by the jar, and it was like, wait a minute, you're going to pay that much for the jelly and twice that much for shipping? That did not make sense to me. So
doesn't make sense either.
Yeah. So that's kind of the way that works as well. We're in a small county in Virginia, and we just love our people and love how we can live and be so comfortable and care about each other so much that we're not in this to make a lot of money. We want to meet our bills, but the guys are working and they're comfortable. My husband and I take nothing out of the business. We do not accept anything. It's not that we had enough money that we could do that, but this is about them. and they will take over this company. One of my sons is very business minded. He has his own job, but if and when something happens to me, because I'm old and it'll happen, he will take over the company as far as ownership, but all of the guys will then split the other half of the business among themselves. So they will be owners as well.
Oh, wow.
So this is something, if you want to work a day, if you want to work a week, if you want to work forever, this is a great place to start.
So that's
with our company. We do have a branch. We have a branch in Texas that is working on taking off.
Oh, cool.
And they will, they're doing their name a little different, et cetera. But once they're on, because they're still doing our products, we will be having them join in. So they will do more of the shipping towards the West Coast, and we'll do more shipping towards the East Coast.
Oh, wow. I had no idea you had a branch in Texas.
Well, we're,
cool.
Yeah, a part of what we wanted to do is the regulation to do that is within 3 years, you must hire 60% felons. Sorry, but that's the mission. So, anybody interested in something like that, we have a licensure instead of a franchise. So it is significantly less to get in and get moving. But our whole goal is to make sure that people who have done something and learned how to be much worse in prison if they chose to, we need to make sure that they come out and feel very good about themselves, self-worth, success breeds success, and on. So.
Wow. It's good to see that you're spreading a little bit too, and that it's not, it's a different, you said it's a different license than a normal business.
Right. It's not a franchise, so it doesn't cost a huge amount to get into it. Okay. It's very reasonable. It's basically attorney fees, because again, I'm not in this to pull money out of it. I want to break even. Mm-hmm. That's my number one goal. But my goal is to have the guys that need, and girls. We had a woman with us for a while. But anyone who truly needs something like this, that there is something available, and that gives them hope. Even if I can't hire them, they have hope that there are other people out there who hopefully will follow our model.
It almost sounds like a nonprofit organization.
And it could easily be, but I don't want it to stop. So my son will take it over. And a nonprofit could easily have their board of directors say, I'm done. I can't do it. So what happens to the guys? No, they get, if they choose to sell it, then at least they have that money.
Right.
It's not like an employee of a nonprofit where they close and you're done.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would have thought of that, like the nonprofit versus just running a business for a good cause kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's pretty unique.
But it's all about real future, and that they all have 401ks. You can't come in and not be set up with a 401k. There are just certain requirements like that are a little silly, but this is a way of helping them move back into society, or those that have never been, have always had a mental health issue and could not get a job or keep a job. It allows them to get on that right foot. Yes, you are saving every month. Yes, you are doing this, those kinds of things. So anyone who is coping with the mental health struggles that they've had in the past, even, this is the structure that looks at them. It doesn't look at us as a business as much. Our focus is a little different. So
right.
I know that's a little strange, but I felt really bad because I could only hire so many. So much of the talent was coming from guys on the inside that we decided to open a department of our Herbert's brand, a little more expansive. And we call it Beyond the Fence.
I was gonna show people that. Let's go back.
Yes.
That one's interesting too. It kind of touches back on like your mission. It's not, because you're not just limited to food. It goes into whatever you can provide and make.
Yes.
So
So
what is beyond the fence?
So beyond the fence is an opportunity for those that have talents, either they're still on the inside or they're on the outside, or they're family members of the outside, on the outside, and they want to do things that are going to contribute directly back to their person. So for example, the soaps were done by a daughter of someone that was incarcerated, and we keep only what it costs to it's just up on the website, so we don't charge for any of that. But when we put it in a box and ship it, if it's part of the free shipping, that's fine. If it's not, then that's life too. But we have a limited quantity and we sell them till they're gone, and any profit from that goes directly to that family or that person. So if they're out, then it's the person. If they're in, we typically send it to their family member, who can then turn around and send it to them for their commissary. Because a lot of these guys get a one-use toothbrush once a month on the inside. Well, that doesn't last a month.
It's one use, right?
Yeah. It means exactly what it is, So the guys have the opportunity through their family or loved ones that they can have a little bit of money on the inside to get the other necessities that they need through their commissary. So all of these things go back to the person. If they're on the outside, obviously for them. The cross stitch is all done by one person in particular. We have made note cards out of those as well. So we have series of note cards that all of those are cross stitched. Two different people actually did those. And then we have other artists that have done some amazing work. These are very, very large, and we also have made prints out of them, and we do it on linen canvas paper.
See if I can zoom in and see. Oh, you can kind of see it, right?
Right. So you can kind of tell. So you have more of the texture of the cross stitch in the picture when you send that. That young man is, well, to me, they're all young men. They're all in their 40s and 50s, but they're still young to me. But this young man is amazing. And each of the inspirational figures that are on the front, we have an inspirational quote from them inside.
Oh, cool.
So you have that opportunity when you're talking about Dalai Lama or Martin Luther King or, whomever. One of them is an inspirational speaker, and I apologize for not knowing the names right off. I'm not an artist. I'm not even a chef, or a cook. But that's okay. I can sell both as long as I put the right people around me. But it's nice to see what other people can do. And that kind of talent is amazing from the inside.
No, it's so good. Like, I wouldn't have, this looks so professional. You can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like
the backs look as nice as the fronts. The front and the back are just as beautiful with the cross stitch. And head on down to something else. There's some pencil drawings down. There's a moose head, not that moose, but another one, a full moose drawn.
Is it? It's not. Is it under the note card?
Keep going down to another. Oh, the artisan craft. Oh no! Wait a minute. Yeah, it is under the artisan. Go into the artisan for just a second, please. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, so I think it's like one of these.
That's right. And again, those prints are perfect, but those are those tulips, they're marvelous. And yeah, we sell the prints for like $10 or $12. It's not, now if you want the original, that's a whole nother story. But we do have some of the originals for sale, and those are listed in there if you're looking for an original art piece. But these are all pencil drawings. Just nice pencil drawings. So we have cards of those as well as prints.
Yeah, it's really good. It looks almost like a picture. Like a picture, yeah. but like with that old scientific nature drawing.
Oh, right.
I don't know if that's the right term for it, but yeah.
Exactly. So, we have a great time doing it. We have a great time putting things together. It's amazing how creative the guys are when it comes to culinary treats. So when our cookbook comes out in August, we have different artists are doing different parts of it. So it will also be fun to have that. No, I don't have a preview of it. Actually, the artist has been working day and night trying to work on pieces of it, but we're excited to see it. I'll see it next week. So it's altogether, it makes me, what I gain from this is seeing others prosper and seeing others feel good about themselves. And that means everything. Isn't that what we need in this world?
Yeah.
We build each other up. We don't need to take each other down.
We support each other, like communities help each other out. Like that's what makes the community basically.
Correct. Yeah. And their families are involved, and it's just a bigger family than what we've had in the past. We just keep growing. We also have 2 books. We have 2 authors that are part of our group. One is a mom, and one is a guy that wrote this particular book, All of the Other Reindeer. It is an amazing book. It's hysterical. And he did all of the artwork. He did everything along that line it's a fun book, but it also teaches you a lot of how we see Christmas and how it was really meant to feel, and the ideas of giving and etc. So he's quite the author as well as the artist.
It looks like we can
books
buy
are on Amazon, so I give them a plug here to go there and order them. Again, I'm not looking to make the money off of it. I'm looking to help him sell.
There we go. Here. And same with the other book, right?
The other book is written by a family member of one of our guys, and it was what she needed to help the rest of the family, what we need in just kind of a very short quip kind of thing. You'll see 3 or 4 little quips or short stories per page. So if you're going through something tough, that book is amazing because it gives you the inspiration on that particular topic at a time. And some of it is faith-based and some of it isn't. It's just generally good inspirational writings. So again, I'm looking at just supporting that book online. We don't look for that, but if we know other artists that have work, or we have some folks that have some mental health issues in the community or whatever, and they're more shut in and don't get out as much, we put their work on there. We are more than happy to put their work up. Some will sell, some won't. And that's, but they get what they make. So it doesn't hurt us. We do have some fun things coming up that will be for the holidays. We have little, one of the families generated a foot soak that is really, really, really good. It's kind of better than going to get a pedicure almost, because it's so rich. And we put it in a cute little Christmas bulb. So, those will be up before long. We have bulbs and hot chocolate, bulbs filled with hot chocolate that'll be here to be able to have fun with it Christmas. Wow. Sometimes you just want to put it on the outside, or if you want to, very small teacher gift or something, you've got a bulb of hot chocolate.
That's cool.
Sets of 3 or 5, whatever you choose. But that way you either give them the whole set or you spread them out among, stocking stuffers or whatever. So we really try to do everything, in a more fun way and a realistic way. We're not trying to scalp anybody. We just want to make sure that our guys have a life.
Will you be announcing the new products like on social media or?
Yes, we will.
Yes.
I recently hired my granddaughter to do our Instagram.
Oh, cool.
So these are some of the ones that you see that we've done recently.
Mhm.
The first one, the top corner, is simply cookies with our peanut butter um, flavor. It's our caramel chocolate spread. Stick it in the oven, and it just melts. And you can put it over ice cream. You can put it with the cookies, as this is, and how easy is that? All of a sudden, you have better than just cookies and a dollop of whipped cream. It just looks pretty,
It
you
looks
know.
really good. I'm sure it tastes really good too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, one of the other pictures you have back there is a showing of our dip bulbs that we will also have for sale.
This
That
one?
are for Christmas. Yes, that's our holiday. That's a sneak peek of
Oh.
what our holiday bulbs look like.
So
You
that's
see?
that's a good kind of visual for us
Uh-huh.
for what to expect.
Uh-huh.
But
So
these
it
are
gives
cute.
us
These are with the
something.
seasonings.
Yes, the seasonings, and it tells you
Yeah,
exactly what to do. And it's a one serving. It's just one serving. So, you've got your bulb, you've got your dip, you've got, but what a fun thing to add to something, a
for
little gift that
sure.
you're doing.
I it looks pretty. It looks like glitter almost like with
The
the
balls
seasonings up
themselves do
there.
shine in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
my
really
cousin
cool.
moved down from Massachusetts. He is a graphic designer and marketing person, and he retired and moved down here just to help us. So we've been very, very blessed. We have been blessed, and we have just found that the people that we have hired and all, I only have two rules: you cannot lie to me, and you cannot steal from me. And that covers pretty much everything.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
easy to follow.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We are
Pretty
here to
straightforward.
help you, but you know, so that's really Herbert's, and we are just proud to be Herbert's. Proud of the guys that work with us, proud of, who will one day be the owners. Um, here's towards the bottom here, I was at one of the wineries, one of our favorite wineries, um, that is a internationally recognized vineyard. It's at Barbersville. And it has not only the most amazing wines, but the amazing people that work there. And they help us a lot they have their own private label, so we use their wines in their jellies. And we do some other special things with them, but we do weddings, we do all kinds of events. But like I said, the gift baskets, we have 3 sizes of jars if somebody's looking for an event or something that you need 100 little things for something. I've got little tiny jars that work beautifully as well for
It's a
almost
really
any
good
occasion.
flavor. Yeah, that's cool. See, it's kind of like small businesses supporting each other right there.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And we always give kudos. We just traded some jelly for some pasta from another local place around here. And one of the flavors they gave us is chocolate. So look forward to
Chocolate
having a
pasta?
chocolate pasta dessert of some sort. We don't know yet.
Hmm, that's
It's always
interesting.
it's fun to think about.
I wonder that could be good, right? To be like if the pasta is chocolate and then you can take your peanut butter and use that as sauce.
Exactly. Exactly. Got your own Reese cup that doesn't look at all like it. It's a trick. It's a trick.
Yeah,
Um,
that's I'm trying to visualize that. Like but it's
I haven't
pretty
figured that one out yet, but I just pass those on to the chef and let them, they're going to play. And the people that have the creative minds in that area, it's one of those things, you surround yourself by the people that know a lot more than you do, and then you look good. That's my method.
well,
That's fun.
you are what holds everyone together though, and you're, the one that drives it.
Well, and I make sure we have fun, because this is
Yeah.
not supposed to be something that's not fun. This is my retirement. So if I'm not going to have fun, I don't want to do it. I don't want to play. It's great. We went to an alpaca farm the other day, through one of our groups that we get together and share things. And, it was amazing how we're going to end up helping each other. Who thought that wool would end up helping, our jelly? But they're going to have a alpaca show coming up, and they asked us to be one of the food vendors there.
Oh, cool.
You never know.
I've always
You
wanted
never
to
know.
visit
And
an
we're
alpaca
open.
farm.
We are just open for all kinds of wonderful opportunities. And
Yeah,
if you can think of it, we'll probably figure out a way to do it.
it's you have a lot of, yeah, like different avenues you're going down, and it does sound like a lot of fun. It sounds like an adventure.
It is. It is. We were laughing because somebody said, well, Carolyn, you work every day. And I said, yeah, but I don't necessarily work all day every day. But yeah, I absolutely do something all 7 days of the week.
And I guess if it's enjoyable too, it's less like it's work, right? And more like a project.
Well, and I don't get paid, so I don't pay myself. So it's really not a, I would think if it were work, I should be getting paid. So when I stop enjoying it, then I'll pay myself or make them pay me.
Yeah, that's how you strike the balance, right? So at the moment, it's not work. It is, like you said, it's a mission. It's
It
a
is.
personal mission,
Yes.
and or personal project. And it sounds like it sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun, and better yet, the community really benefits from it. It's such a good idea. I wish there was more. There are more places like this. Like why isn't this a thing? Like.
Right. Well, oddly enough, we just added a prison, a women's prison that is not too far from here. And it's the administration that sought me out. And they're using what sells from what they bring me, which I don't have yet, but from the art that they've decided that they are doing special days for the artists, special ice cream days and special events and special things that they will be able to bring in to have more of a fun day for those that are on the inside. So it's kind of exciting, that they've chosen to use it that way. It's okay, as long as they know they've earned it because they've done the work and they've gone from there. There I am stomping grapes. I did not use those grapes in the jelly. I just want you to know. But we do have a couple of bed and breakfasts that do have vineyards on the property, and we use the grape itself to make the jelly because it's already non-alcoholic, and it does have some of the flavor that you would get in the wine because it does have the fruit of it. So yeah.
So what's the stomping grapes then? Like who uses the product of that?
Actually, the ground gets it back.
Oh, cool. I always wonder about that.
It's not really how they do that anymore. The sanitation of that is not the best. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that looks like it would be an interesting kind of foot massage kind of thing going on there.
Yeah, but they don't squish as easily because they have really thick skins. Most of the wine grapes have very thick skin.
So that's why you have somebody holding on to you.
Yeah, it's like you're standing on marbles until they pop and then you fall. It's very unsteady. I'll put it that way.
Expectation versus reality, guys.
Exactly.
Not what you visualize in your head, because I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Squish it is like, nope.
Not as easily as one thinks.
So don't do it without supervision, therefore.
Right. Yes. Would have fallen down easily if she hadn't been holding me.
Yeah. Now I know if I ever decide I need to do that. Because I just passed 5 vineyards, but never really, have the opportunity to do that. So if I do, I'll take extra.
Exactly. But do try it. It's a different feeling. Most of the foods that you see there, my cousin has done. He's also a photographer along with the digital, the graphic design and the marketing piece. So he's done most of those pictures. And I always tell him, okay, now go eat the props. And he said, yeah, but the props are always cold by the time I get to eat them, because he's made them, put them on the plates, taken the pictures, and then he gets to eat them. But so we laugh about him having to eat the cold props, but that's
I guess the donuts will be okay though, at least.
Exactly.
This is all a lot of fun. So definitely let us know when your book's coming out, and or when anything's coming out. If you have like a new product or flavor, like we would love to know. We'll post it on Slack or social media or something, or
Thank
message
you.
people.
So that's us in a nutshell. And you can tell that I'm a little passionate about what we do and how we do it and all. It's fun. We're trying right now to get a new facility because ours is a little far away. So we're trying to get a new facility. And, I mean, the money is tight. We didn't get any federal support because I don't have full-time employees. Our guys, most of them cannot work full-time and be able to be on that much of a structured piece. And they have a lot of doctor bills or doctor visits and therapy visits and such. So, not qualifying for that. We do have a GoFundMe page, and you can find the link to that on our website as well.
Oh, okay. I will include that. I guess when I post this video too, I'll include your website and
Thank you.
the
Thank
GoFundMe
you.
page.
Well, every little bit helps, and even just that little bit. But going out and now we've been using one of our people have a 15-acre farm and a commercial kitchen on it. But we definitely need to move closer. It's just way too far for us to, manufacture there. So we've got to move closer. So, that's an added expense. And, we want the guys to do that. But the more importantly, I'd like to hire more people. So the more money I have, the more people I get to hire.
Right. It would be nice to see this expand, of course, and to have it just, spread. It's a really noble mission. It's a great cause. I don't, and I can tell you're very passionate about it. I can see your energy, and it's really it's really cool to see that, like, that you have this, that it came together like this, and it just like blossomed into something that's more than just about what you guys sell. It has a story behind all of it.
But we want to make sure it's the very best quality, because then we want people to come back and get it again and again and again, and all as well. I mean, you have to be proud of the products.
Mhm.
And I always have a problem over which is more important, the product or the mission. Well, I can't have the mission without the products, and I can't have the product without the mission.
It is a weird balance to hit, isn't it?
It is. So we've gone down to just Herbert's. We have trademarked it just because, it's fairly common. It'd be a first or last name. And with this, we just want to make sure people know that we're not just wine jelly, but we certainly are not changing our website or anything, because wine jelly is something that attracts interest.
Yeah, I think and of course it's what you guys started with, but as we've seen, you have expanded to have so much more, and I think it looks like you guys have a really great balance so far of like the mission and the products. Like it's all coming together very nicely. So and I like that you're keeping the doors open to more than just food. There's soaps, there's books, there's art. Like it's almost like
whatever helps.
Yeah, anything.
Whatever helps.
Anything goes. Yeah, as long as it, it's still your focus, it's still your mission, and
Right.
it's more interesting like that too. It's fun.
Yeah. And when things sell, it's great. And if you put something on there and it doesn't sell, then that's okay too. We put all of those prints on. I'm sure all of them aren't going to sell, but we can print them right here. So we don't have to keep a large inventory.
Print to order, right?
Exactly. So it's perfect. We don't have to carry that large amount. So we've been very, 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 very blessed along the way. So, and the guys, my gosh, they're amazing, amazing people.
Yes, I mean, yeah, I want to thank your whole team for the amazing work. It's like it comes together so nicely, and thank you for your time here too today.
Well, thank you.
Just let us know if anything comes up, any new things.
I will. And anytime I can brag on my guys, I will.
Yeah.
I get to stand at the front and say, hey, look at what we've done. But they have done so much. They have done so much.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to trying your jellies. I know we just ordered some for one of our locations. Hopefully we can try them at other locations too. That'd be kind of neat. But we're looking forward to having those there. And yeah, thanks again for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
It was
Thank
a
you
lot
so
of
much.
fun
This has
having
been
you here.
fun, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's great for a Saturday morning.
we had so much to talk about,
Yes.
and
And things do change quite frequently. So this is wonderful. Thank
yeah, yeah.
you.
Thank you, and thanks everyone for tuning in to our small business spotlight today. Bye.